Hey guys, I'm Pixel Dan, and this is a review of the Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, Koba from NECA Toys. That's right, it's another ape to add alongside Caesar on the toy shelves. Let's go ahead and check him out. As you can see, he comes in the standard clamshell packaging that we see for many of NECA's toys. It fully showcases the figure within, along with the Dawn of the Planet of the Apes logo up at the top of the packaging. And then flipping that around to the backside, we get a look at the 3 apes currently available in the Dawn toy line. Alright, let's go ahead and get Koba out of the package here and take a look at him. I am absolutely in love with the sculpts and the paintwork on these figures. The Caesar that I already took a look at was pretty great, and Koba here looks to be just as good as Caesar. Now, Koba is a much kind of meaner, angrier, and kind of ganglier looking ape than Caesar was. And one of the other things going on with Koba here is that you can see he's a bit more hunched over. Caesar had that more upright posture, where Koba here has a bit more of a hunched over back. The figure stands right around the 6-inch scale, and when you stand him alongside Caesar, you can really see the difference between the posture in the two figures. That's something that I really love about this, because they're not all just the same type of figure. There's little differences like the postures that really make them stand out from each other, which is essential, considering these are all different types of apes in the film, and Caesar is definitely the more evolved and developed of all of them thus far. Taking a look at the sculpt work on this guy, especially in the face, you can see just how mean and kind of mangy the Koba figure actually looks. He's got that one eye that's kind of glossed over white since he's blind in the one eye, and he just has this really kind of stern look on his face. He's got larger ears that are sticking out further on the sides of his head, and his hair is just a little more scuffed up and kind of ratty looking when compared to Caesar. He's got a lot of the same really great details going all down his body there, with great paintwork kind of mixing up the different colors of browns in his fur. You got the really dark browns mixed in with some kind of brushing of lighter browns, especially up there on his chest and on his arms. And I absolutely love the sculpt work, specifically on his feet and his hands, with those really long, kind of wretched looking ape fingers. As far as the articulation goes here, the head's on a joint that allows it to rotate both left and right and slightly moves up and down. You got ball joints at the shoulders, but the arms don't really go outwards very far. You can also get them to move forwards and backwards. You have swivels just above the elbow, as well as a standard elbow bend. The wrists are on ball joints, so you can swivel them as well as row them all the way around there. You got nice little joints at the torso there, so you can move the upper body side to side and kind of rock it all the way around. You got ball joints at the thighs, so the legs can go outwards, twist around, forwards, and backwards there. You got good swivels. You got swivels just above the knees there, and great knee bends. And the joints are hidden by the sculpt of the fur kind of hanging down over it, which is really cool. And then the feet themselves are also on ball joints like the wrists, so you can rotate them left and right, as well as kind of rock them all the way around. So while some of the sculpting of the fur does hinder a little bit of the movement, you can actually get some really nice poses out of this particular chimp. Now he does include a couple of accessories. First up, just like Caesar, Koba here includes a pair of interchangeable hands. So he's got a pair of hands that are more open palmed, and then 2 more hands that are more closed so that he can hold on to his included spear accessory. Now, since the hands are on ball joints, it's very easy just to kind of pop those joints off there and put the new ones on in its place. You might have to kind of work them on there the first time, but they pop on nice and secure, and then he's ready to hold on to his included accessory. Now, similar to Caesar, Koba here includes his own spear accessory, but his is a different sculpt, and it's huge. This particular spear accessory measures over 10 inches in length, and the tip of it has this really kind of flattened out arrowhead. It's got a really great sculpt on there that makes it look like it's a mixture of a bamboo stick with some great kind of wrappings on there. Great paint job as well. And it is worth mentioning that you have to assemble the spear. Since it's so long, it comes in the package in 2 halves, but it just has a small peg right there in the middle that presses together very easily, and actually the fact that it can split apart makes it a little bit easier to put it in Koba's hands for some of the great poses you can get out of them. That way you can get some really awesome two-handed poses, and also can get them in some nice single-handed poses. So there you go, guys. There's a look at the Dawn of the Planet of the Apes Koba figure. This is yet another incredibly cool figure in NECA's Apes lineup. It's really cool getting to add some of these guys to our collection, and getting this guy to stand alongside Caesar is just really awesome. Now we just got to get that Maurice to add to the group to complete our trio of apes. The Dawn of the Planet of the Apes figures are starting to hit store shelves right now, so happy hunting, and until next time.